Assalamualaikum. This is Shayda and welcome to Shei Idjilani's vlogs. So this is our first major vlog and I want to dedicate this first video to the class of 2020. Before anything else, I would like to say congratulations to everyone. You've made it finally. So I just graduated last 2019 and 1 year and I still miss school, and akala ko dati gusto ko na umalis ng school and then I wanna work na, but when you're already working minsan gusto mo namang bumalik sa pag-aaral, and I know most of the people can relate to it na sana estudyante na lang ako, may free baon ako, wala akong iniisip na bills and everything. Anyways, one of the reasons why I tend to miss school is because school became my home. Yes, ewan ko, there is this comfort of home when I'm at school, and I know some of you can relate into that. And also, it's a safe space for me where I can freely express who really I am, and di ko ma-express kung saan. I was able to showcase what I can and what can I do as me, being me. And you know, some also na ma-express nila kung sino sila or ano yung sarili nila or whatever they are. Yeah. And dun nila lang na-express sa school lang yun. So yeah, school is also a safe space, and aside from being an avenue of learning, it is also a place of opportunity. I need to be honest that school really opened a lot of doors for me, guys. Yeah, they gave me so much opportunities and it really helped and in being the woman or the person I am today. So thank you so much, schools. Schools from elementary to high school to college. Yeah, I entered elementary school in Zamboanga. Actually, elementary to college, kindergarten to college. Yeah, and elementary and high school I graduated in public school, then college na ako nag-private. Naisulong naman yung pag-graduate sa private school. Anyways, so yeah, and for some, school is something that can help feed their family. It can feed you. And that's the reality. It's the reality of the world rather. And you know, every students, we always face struggles, and it's normal. Hindi lang bilang isang estudyante, bilang isang tao, we always face struggles. Walang taong walang problema. Kasi kung sinong walang problema dyan, halika, bibigyan ko kayo ng problema. Joke lang. So, yeah, and you know what? When you enter school, one of your main goals is to reach the peak, which is the graduation day. It is an achievement. It's like an achievement, or it's like catching all the stones have thrown, whatever life have thrown to us, right? So, ganun siya, and it's also a proof of telling everyone na yes, I've made it. It's a proof of telling everyone emails. It's a proof of telling everyone that yeah, I made it. I've overcome this problem, and you know what? I've come through these obstacles that came along the way. And you know what I meant by these struggles? It's a diverse problem. Ikaw na mayaman, meron na gusto lang pumasok and ever. Meron naman na ayaw lang pumasok kasi tinatamad lang. May mga ganun kasi ang sarap-sarap ng higa. Ganun lang. Meron naman gustong pumasok kasi kaso hindi pwede kasi walang baon. Yeah. Or paano ako papasok, especially kung hindi kaya talagang lakarin. Pero yung iba nilalakad talaga nila. And meron naman nagkasakit in the middle of semester, so they need to stop or they need to pause muna ang pag-aaral nila. And meron naman gusto mong shift sa to another course. And you know what, shifting, wala akong problem sa shifting mga ng courses. I'm once a shiftly. Anyways, FYI. And you know what? Nasa tao naman yun. If hindi ka masaya or feeling mo you are for another course, then go for it. Kaysa naman magko-questionin mo ang sarili mo later on. Tama? So, yeah, it's better to realize it earlier and make a move of that than regretting it in the future. And you know what? Meron naman extended kasi kunwari sa thesis nakapag-defense, hindi napasa ang ganitong requirements, and meron talaga as a student, alam nyo na kahit gaano kaganda ng grades nyo, meron talagang isang subject na sisira talaga, and it's normal. And the most challenging part being a student, lalo na yung papalapit ng graduation, is mag-overthink ka in everything, which leads to anxiety. Kung tama pa ba itong pinasok mo, anong gagawin mo after, and this and that. And all of that is a problem. And you know what? And always remember na in reaching the peak, you have to go through the places, or kailangan mong pagdaanan yung humps sa daan, yung mabato, maputik, mahulog. After mong mahulog, maputik ka, then after that, tayo ka ulit. Then arangkada ka ulit. Yeah, that's how life is. Okay? May problemang darating, you face it. Wag mong i-delay, or wag mong i-deny, or wag mong takbuhan, you face it. Then later on, take that as a lesson kung ano man yung nangyari sa buhay mo. And despite all of that, you still made it, right? And you are now finally marching. You imagine now yourself marching with your toga and everything, with your toga gown and the cup, and iniisip mo na kung paano mo i-grab yung last days ng being senior year with your friends, with your professors in school and everything, and org mates, or mag-a-apply ka na ba ng ganito, ganyan. So, ganun mo ini-imagine yung year mo. Kay senior high school graduate ka, isipin mo anong course i-pursue mo, or going senior high, college naman, anong job talaga i-pursue mo. Alam nyo guys, ang daming dumadaan na sakyan. Kung naririnig nyo man, pasensya na. So, yun, ang dami. And meron naman master's degree na nade-delay, minsan ganito, ganyan. Basta what I'm talking is to the batch of 2020 talaga. And I'm just focusing on the general feeling of everyone, especially to this batch who's graduating or who graduated already. Yun. So, yan. And yun nga, feeling mo, ang daming moments na magagawa. Kasi nga tapos na yung everything, yung exam. But your world turned upside down. Because of what? Because of the pandemic. Because of this COVID-19. So, no one expected this. And you know what? Life isn't always fair. Walang pantay sa mundo. Meron kang mahal na di ka mahal. Merong mahal ka, di mo naman mahal. Mga ganong bagay. Oh, dyan kayo nakaka-relate, di ba? So, ganun. But what we do, you know what I've learned with all the adversity I've faced and challenges, it will really define who you are, your character. It will make you into something. And you know what? Mas nakakatakot is life after graduation. And if you think that life in college is the real world, a good friend of mine, lagi niya sinasabi sa akin, nung college ako, tapos graduate siya, sabi niya, college is just, feeling niya daw minsan wala pa yun sa 1% ng real world, na-experience niya sa real world. And when I entered the real world, this corporate world, and what kind of world is this? And it reminded me of what the former US President Barack Obama na sabi niya, it's the time you begin to take charge of your life, on what you will do, on what you will pursue, on what's important to you, the career ba, ang magkapamilya na, gusto mo magpakasal na, the values you wanna live in. Maybe college is not the real world yet, but it somehow prepares you to face the real world. It trains you. Kumbaga, it's your training ground. Your training ground. And you seize the moment naman habang nasa college ka. And after that, this world will break you into pieces. But it will make you stronger, braver, and bolder. Yeah, that's the reality. And you know what? I've said this to one of the talks I had, that this one, to be able for you to survive or succeed in this economy, look beyond job titles and find important things you want to work on. To the class of 2020, hang on there, and let's work on every day in making ourselves better. So to this batch, everyone is not telling you to bring all the pieces back together, but on how you evolve with this new normal. Yeah, it's the new normal. We can't eradicate, erase anymore this COVID-19. Dreams may be delayed now, but always remember, your dreams is not denied. It's just delayed, okay? So, before I end my part, I want to say that I wanted to leave this, one of my favorite quotations from Simon Sinek. If I know, guys, some of you know him. Yung book niya yung Start With Why. And Infinite Game na book niya, ang pinakagusto kong sinabi niya is that we cannot choose the game, we cannot choose the rules, but we can only choose how we play. It's about how you play the game in this new normal. So to the class of 2020, I want to say congratulations, and dream and fly high, make a difference by speaking. And there are two of these closest women in my heart na wanna say something also. The feeling ko makaka-relate kayo, and these two is really an empowered women, and they wanna say something to the class of 2020 also. So yeah.
Hi, I am Star, and I'm currently handling a project, a peace building project under the Ateneo de Davao University. It's called Salam Movement, and the reason I'm speaking here is because I got asked for a message by a very dear friend of mine, Miss Shei. Yeah, and so as one who is entering college, I was one of those who were, I could share this same story and sentiments as those who were, expected to do good and excel in college because they graduated salutatorians, valedictorians. I was that kind of person. But this thing is, I got forced to shift. By the time I was in third year, I decided to shift to a rather related course, which was BS Management Accounting. During my graduation, I had to cry, seeing my mother really try to cheer for me when, once my name was called on the stage during our graduation, and everyone who had, who would be graduating with flying colors were being called with their names, and then cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude. But I had none of that. And, I was looking at my mom, excited, hearing my name, but she won't be hearing any of the loudest after my name. And so, during that time, I was just crying on my seat, waiting for my name to be called. Despite that, I never, ever in my entire life resent being part of Salam, or being part of ISMO, or being part of my advocacies, other different volunteer groups that I joined. I never resented that I graduated BS Accounting Technology major in Salam, the Ateneo de Davao University, and minor in Inter-School Muslim Organization and stuff like that. But I kind of appreciated how, how I have undergone this sort of metanoia, because it changed my beliefs, it changed my perspectives. And you know what? This person who was forced out of a program to shift to another program found her passion through that failure. All of that led to me having my passion as my profession, and basically working for something that I'm really, really passionate about, where I'm, excited every morning, and, before I sleep, I plan out the next days what to do, and, what to work ways ahead, how to work ways ahead. I was, I'm in a position where I'm really happy, and that didn't, come out of me being a summa cum laude, or a magna cum laude, or a cum laude at that. Be whatever you want to be for others, not just for ourselves. I really hope that someday we meet each other, helping people out and being of greater purpose to the greater community for the common good. And, coming from me who is a Mindanaoan, fulfilling the promise that is Mindanao, and working for our Philippines that we love so much. And so, to everyone who has, who is facing the real world, out of this really cruel world right now, I wish you a happy journey ahead of you. I wish that you find happiness in everything that you do from now going forward. And so yeah, I think that's everything I could give you because all the background noise is destroying everything that I'm saying. And so bye for now. And I hope you got a bit of something out of everything that I said. Thank you so much. Bye.